Happy New Year to each of you. Have you spiritually detoxed all that is needed for the year 2016? Are you ready to enter the new year with a clean slate? This is so important to have done, and if you have been too busy to do it, then I would suggest that you take some time right now to sit down and write out those things that you would like to have consigned to the sacred fire as you close out this year. Include these things in your karmic letter. And on New Year's Eve during our St. Germain service and at our New Year's Sunday service, we will consecrate your letter and then you burn it. It is such a simple process with great benefits that you do not want to ignore. In volume 34, number 6, Gautama talks about developing the fire necessary to ascend. To me, this is an extremely important bit of information for those who have as their goal the ascension at the end of this incarnation. And how to develop the fire is likewise very important. I quote his instruction that we will be including in this Sunday's study. And as you do your meditations this week, you may want to start putting into practice his teaching concerning your ascension. And now I quote, "The meditation on the fire of the heart, this, beloved, can result in a most physical, fiery sensation that can increase, that can endow words and thoughts and actions and the desires of God with a fierceness, with a warmth, with a white-hot heat, such as that which endows worlds and brings forth the creation of Elohim. The fire of your heart is the key to your ascension. It is always the key, the determining factor as to whether or not one who applies shall be accepted at the retreat of Luxor as a candidate for the ascension. We do not say, what is his qualification? We say, what is his fire? Every fire has a qualification. You can qualify fire with anger and find yourself consumed by it. You can endow your fire with the piercing ray of the mind of a Manjushri, a Maitreya. Yes, beloved, heart and soul and mind, how does one develop fire? By cultivating deep feelings of God and of God in manifestation, deep implorings and adorations and love. Love that is always a sacrificial love, that will lay down a portion of the self that another might see, that another might know, that another might be more of the living fire of God. Our God is a consuming fire. Thus we say, our consuming fire is our God. Therefore, the type and quality of your consuming fire determines what can be the manifestation of God where you are. What can be the vibration of your spirit fire for fire? Are you the lonely ones in search of someone who may give you fire for fire? Do you miss the tangible presence of seraphim and beings of light as you search the earth for friend or brother who may have a fire that can meet and even exceed your own? Oh, joyous day when you meet El Moria, and you say, "Here is one whose fire exceeds my own, in whose heart I can place my fire, and trust it shall be multiplied by the good steward who is my guru." End of quote. So, how often do you include God in your daily thought process? How deeply do you share your love with Him? How deeply do you feel that love? Deep enough to bring tears of love and joy? I can always tell when I really connect because I get tears in my eyes. This means you must learn to go deep in your loving of our Father, Mother God. Too many times it ends up being an intellectual thing, but we must go deeper into our feeling world and into our heart. This is where the fire is. It takes courage to go to the depth of one's being in His total love of the Father. But it is worth it once you start to experience the fire. So, this week, let us work on going deep in our love of the Father, Mother, God. And let us experience that fact, that this makes it much easier to love our fellow men. And do not underestimate the tremendous assistance and love that can come from seraphim. I have found a great amount of help from these powerful angels. Each of us have some assigned to us. Try communicating with them and see how much better your daily life becomes. With all the help available to us, how can we miss qualifying for the Ascension? May God make this year the greatest year by you opening that door to your feeling world and increasing the Ascension fires. Happy New Year, and may this year truly be the blessings that lead us to that ascension.